Hello everyone, I'm Garen, and we're back in Final Fantasy XIV. We're in the middle of trying to figure out what's going on with the disappearance of people and raiding of crystal caravans by the Amalja. The working theory is they're attempting to do something with their god. Um, my opinion is they're just feeding people to their god. I don't know what the crystals are all about yet, but we'll see. So let's get going. Eisenberg seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Arson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. Well, that's good. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be awaiting at the Almaljic encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Alright, let's go to the southeast then. Hey, Thancred. What are we looking at? Staring off at that spear-wielding Amalja there? Excuse me. Ah, there you are, Sienna. So good of you to come. Indeed, I have heard all about good Sister Arson. Eisenbard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicion about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Arson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Sienna. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I mean, if you're too much of a wimp to, sure. Okay. What am I looking for? A queer leaflet, eh? This all? It is all. Wow, you guys respawn really fast. I mean, it's not really a problem because I can defeat you pretty quickly, but still. I like finishing off with a shield bash. There's something really satisfying about that. Thancred, I found a queer leaflet. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Don't say it like that. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about now thou seem somewhat less than studied. Find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn and at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Arson makes of it. To Camp Drybone. Okay, sister. Where are you? I have a queer leaflet for you. Not you. There you are. Excuse me. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Do you know anything about this? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Probably. The plot thickens. Sienna, our culprit, pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Eisenbard what we have learned here. Oakley dokley. Eisenbard, I have to tell you what we have learned here. So says Thancred. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Sienna. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Okay. Refreshing drink. Alright, Eisenbard, what's our next step? Excuse me. Eisenbard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. Is the false priest Thancred? I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Oh, Thancred. Thancred. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Sienna and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. That's a weird sentence. I dare to hope that this will yield the answers we seek. Oh, I didn't finish reading that before I accidentally clicked. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Sienna. So as to lay the foundation for a little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Eisenbard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Quest accepted. Okay, so I need to wear the... Okay. See, that seems a little weird. Maybe I should just put on my old coat stuff. There. Minus the shield and sword, I look like a good old... Can I... Yeah, there we go. Now I look like somebody who is in need of work or something. That's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to people. Who shall I talk to first? You up here? Aldis. Any relation to Aldis? What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Well, maybe I should just go there. Do I need to talk to the other four? I mean, that's a pretty good hint as to what I need to do. Alright. Swain Hilt. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake in the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. That's the one I chose, right? Come on. I think I can see this somewhere. Azima. Yep. Does that actually have any bearing on anything? Do I get any bonuses? Or whatever? Do I have any titles? None. Nope. Okay, well, that little thing aside. Neural! And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Well, I'm trying to make a nuisance of myself. To help you guys. So, maybe instead of making me out to sound like an asshole, you can stop being an asshole. Good. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Okay, Ermagerd. Edelstone. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work easily. Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Okay. Speak with Thancred. Can I put my gear back on? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Sienna. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. And the eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Okay, so I can't put my gear back on. Okay. I guess I just go. See, I learned about that place like the first person I talked to. So like talking to all five seemed a little ridiculous. I don't know if the game itself can handle you skipping over stuff. Like, not intentionally, but like gleaning information from the final source first. I don't know. Anyway. Hello, Tuko. Is it down or is it up? It is up. Can I get up from over here? Sure can. Hello, Thancred. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Sienna. Positively dressed for reception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. What about women? Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of the Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free of the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, ungust. What? How did you bastards tricked me? But please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Almalta raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, so I did the only thing a merchant could do. I approached the Almalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for the crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The mumble was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrifice innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Stab him with your dagger. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess in the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh. Not you again. It is always going to be me. I will follow you to the ends of the realm to ensure that you get stabbed in the dick. Are you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I am rather disinclined to believe all that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There will be time enough to learn the truth. Aha. You lose. I win. Cat girls are better. Sienna, be a dear and take word of these developments to Menfilia, would you? Sure thing. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Am I done wearing this now? Can I just go like, ka-choo? Okay, cool. Go to the Waking Sands, I guess. Tataru. What, just barked at me? Into the solar I go. Menfilia. And Gust is an asshole. Welcome back, Sienna. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see, you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Philia would like you to meet a distinguished individual. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet the goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutimex Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutimex is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutimex and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutimex and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutimex is ever to be found at his camp in Central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. As you wish, my lady. Skull. Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutimex Bubblypots? I have a dagger. Here you go. A fighty tool drinks in Ares' self. When full of Ares' self, fighty tool changes to Stony Shine, name of material. Are you guys talking like Mutimex? If materia join with other fighty tool, then Big Eye's fighty tool gains power of Ares self. Mutamex is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Menphilia. Tazam. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamex and with fastness. Menphilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings fighty tool to Mutamex. Yes. There you be. It's invisible. Fighting tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia, master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at fighting tool. Yes? You're not gonna stab me in the eye, are you? Materia join of fighting tool. Fighting tool gains power of materia. Fighting tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighting tool to Menphilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have a sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully the item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to a gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. What kind of materia did he put on it? Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Alright, back to Menphilia. Alright. Hello, Tataru. Goodbye, Tataru. Menphilia. Welcome back, Sienna. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Yes, you have. It doesn't even tell me what materia was attached to it. You now have a materia-infused dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Sienna, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. I gotta be honest, I'm probably not going to use materia for a while. I need to be at a point where I'm consistently using the same equipment for a longer period of time. Lord of the Inferno, are you who's eating humans? Hey look, Don Riscoats. Menphilia would like you to assist the immortal flames. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Almalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Almalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Sienna. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. The crystal knows all. The crystal sees all. Crystal makes me look into the sun. Hi, Tataru. Hi, Tataru. And we're back at Camp Drybone. Who do I gotta talk to? Is it you? Flame Sergeant, is he inside? Aha! There you are. Looks like you got a lovely crew here. They all match. Except the weapons. Two of them have the same sword. One of them's a pugilist, and then the last one is a thaumaturg. Ah, you're Sienna Criziar of the Silence. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we will spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can only deploy a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Sienna. Let's make sure it does. Alrighty. I'll murder anybody who stands in my way. You gonna stand in my way? No? Good. You know, for an invisible city, this place seems rather visible to me. Okay. Where? Alright, over here. Cool. I'm ready. Let's do this. Level sync 24. That's 10 levels lower than what I am right now. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Hello, Ungust. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Your eyes are an interesting color. I never noticed that before. They're like silver. Let's move out. Wow. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha. Traitorous flames, soldier. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the mortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gahahaha. Why would you admit to it? Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hehehe. Like a good villain, you lay everything out for us, I guess. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to make. They're all yours. Alright. My thing's not on. Don't stand in all that. Okay. Oh no. Reinforcements. No matter. My whirligig will take care of everybody. Oh, there's even more. Okay. Is that all the reinforcements? Can we go back to you now? How come there's so many of you now? I had one of you halfway, or I was down to one of you halfway dead. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. I mean, you're dealing with the Amalja. You think they're gonna let you go free? I don't trust them one bit. Behind you! No, they casted sleep. Nighty-night. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Alright. Cool. Gang's all here. I found where they're hiding the captured. It's over here. Alright. Flame Sergeant. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. The Bowl of Embers now accessible. Alright. Party of NPCs. Let's go. I knew they were feeding them to this guy. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Wait, hello. That was pretty cool. Almighty Ifrit, we bring you ignorant savages who know not your Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. But bloody hells, bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. Told you. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. You all screwed yourself. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more, my loyal minions, feed my flames with all your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God, your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. I mean, kind of. If you want to say it belongs to the crystal. Alright, Ifrit. It's you and me, and 3 NPCs. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Alright. Do this. Ow. My beautiful everything. I feel pretty good about this fight so far, but his attacks hit a little harder than I expected. Probably because my gears was like a level 15 gear and this is level 20. Maybe. I don't know. The healer's doing a good job keeping me alive though, so that's the thing. Alright guys. Kill the nail. You need my help here? What's going on? Ow. Okay, well. There we go. I think that was the biggest thing to be worried about. I forgot how slow I back up. Yeah, we'll be fine. I wish I could command you to use that one limit break gauge. I killed you. You're dead. Ooh, another crystal. Do I get to keep this one? The last new crystal I found, I didn't get to keep it. It just disappeared. Now we're at this place again. Very bright. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amolgist zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent. Something. I thought you were a gladiator. That was very much a rogue move. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Sienna. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never let you face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in a more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Okie dokie. I killed your god. What's up, bitch? Nerotolski. Oh, you're the guy that killed your own man for doubting your leader or something. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely on. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia, promise me you'll never change. Livia Sass Junius. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Well, trying to make a new one, I guess? Not that there's aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Maybe. What are your plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Oh. Okay, then. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. I win. I don't get a treasure? No fair. I wanted a cool sword that was all flamey. Alright, back to Camp Drybone. And over to Thancred. Ah, there you are, Sienna. Come, rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' ignominious defeat, the Amajo will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Sienna. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. And your modesty knows no bounds. Ophelia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing of the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to the mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. I killed a god. I killed a god. Y'all are fucked. Hello, Tataru. Let's go. Sign of the Seventh Dawn, eh? Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Sienna her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracles she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should have never have had to face such dangers alone. I have failed her utterly, just as I am failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Sienna, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I have just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. As it is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. This coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the beings physical forms. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself was subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to the primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust now you begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that, but you may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Sienna. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you'll have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Ophelia neglected to tell you something I think would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report they are all to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information was not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal who he cannot choose but worship. So we sigh on to continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Sienna. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me. How many more lives? Louiswell would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Gunner's guards. Nice. I mean, they seem good. They're better than what I had according to the recommended gear thing. What is this? Oh, right. Okay. Hello, Manphilia. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. This was a good one. We got to see how things played out with the Amalja capturing people and stealing crystals. I thought they were feeding people to Ifrit. Turns out Ifrit just turns unfollowers into followers. I mean, in the end, they end up dead anyway, but they weren't eaten. So there's that at least. That's an interesting process. But yeah, that fight with Ifrit went really well. It was really cool. The summoning of him coming out of that ball of fire was super cool. I think they did a really good job with the spectacle there. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's coming up here. We're getting into the realm of things I do remember. If you forgot, I have played this game before. I just haven't played through the beginning in quite some time. So yeah. I'm starting to remember a little bit of what's going on, but it still feels like, I don't want to say it feels like the first time, but it's still as exciting, or at least close to as exciting as the first time to kind of re-go through all this. And, you know, having a little bit of an idea of what's coming up builds that anticipation too. So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here, and I will see you all in the next one.